Hello, everyone. How you guys doing? Surprise! We are live. It's twitch.tv/Nick Walsh TV going live with another 50K Spin and Go challenge. I need to play some volume. We still have about 380 games to play to finish the challenge before the end of the year. I'd like to do it this week if possible. Chat Pro Poker Show is tonight as well. So basically, I'd like to do this in today and tomorrow if I can. Tomorrow might end up being a longer stream, so Friday is off until the new year chimes in or whatever. So, with no further ado, fix the hair really quick. Let's just play some spins. Let's get into it, guys. You guys know the drill by now. We're trying to play $50,000 worth of $10 spins to see what's going to happen. The chip EV is slowly increasing. We do have an average chip EV now close to around break even if you filter out the early days of our challenge where we're still trying to figure out how to play Flash efficiently. I feel like we're finding some efficiency now. We're certainly smashing it up. Yesterday was a huge stream. We managed to win a big chunk. I think we ended up winning like $240 or something like that yesterday. And as well as that, we also managed to increase on our chip EV again. We're at 17 chips per game overall in the challenge. We're looking to get closer to 22 plus, something like that. Let's just play poker and let's see what we can do. In fact, sorry, it wouldn't be a Nick Walsh stream if we didn't actually look at the results first. So let's take a look. Here's a look at the graph. We are winning more chips than we're losing, but not just that, we are also increasing that win rate as we play. We are winning more chips faster than we were before. And we're doing well. We're also actually finally catching up in EV chips as well. So all that run bat is slowly recovering. We're getting lucky a little bit more often. We're still probably around 10,000 chips under EV. It's less now. It's less, more like 8, I think. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. About 7,000 chips under EV. That's like 20-ish buy-ins or so. That's not too bad. And like I said, this number is minus 600, but overall in the challenge, we're actually winning closer to $600 overall. So we're actually about 60 buy-ins in profit right now. Is that right? 6 times 10. Yeah, 60 buy-ins. Math is hard. All right, let's get into it. Let's turn off this big light as well because this is not right. A little bit more drama. A little bit more drama. Let's turn this light on as well, and then we'll go. There we go. That's better. All right, let's play poker. I'm on the wrong chat here. I was wondering why the chat wasn't popping off. I popped out the fucking PokerStars chat as usual. Nick Walsh. It's very loud. All right. Shush. Chat. Hello, Tom. Hello, Raksha. Thank you guys for jumping on very last minute. I don't mean to pounce on you like that, but I was feeling the love. All right, let's do it. What am I doing here? That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. This is it. All right, cool. Let's do it. Hey, Sensitive Tony, by the way. Good to see you. That's it, buddy. Nice one. Sensitive Tony, whereabouts are you located in? You're going to sleep soon. Okay, let's play a few tables here. I might actually fire up a second table as we got a shorter amount of time here, but let's play one. Let's get in the mood. Let's remember what we're trying to accomplish here first, and then we'll take it from there. ASMR brought to you by Nick Walsh TV. Dr. Tonic, what's up? Good, mate. I'm glad you saw the post. And I hope you're watching because I'm about to be all in. And we have the best hand. Ace-4 min-raise call here. Don't love it. Don't love it. I think probably that's going to be a pretty big leak. It's almost 15 big blinds, yeah. I actually would rather he ship the ace-4 there, even though that's still not going to be GTO. The ship is going to be better than the min raise call, I think. But I don't suggest you do that either. Yeah. Let's just fire the flop here. Turn off the big light. I know, very English. It's also a little bit of just production as well. It's the down lights in this room aren't very good for lighting a stream. And for a long time, all the pictures that PokerStars had of me, because I'm always behind a mic and never like frontal stuff until very recently. The downlights in these ballrooms that we have that we go to events for, it just makes my hair look really greasy and thin, and like I'm slightly balding and I have really greasy hair, which I don't, by the way, chat. So don't start with me, all right? What? Did we forget to do review last time as well, guys? We have a bunch of marked. That's so shit. We must have finished last time on such a high. I totally forgot to even do the review. That's no good. Oh man. We're gonna mark that here for review. I'm pretty sure we're just gonna ship the 10-6 there. It's definitely Nash. It's definitely Nash, but there's a chance that GTO wants us to find limps there still. Mark that one. It was for like 4 big blinds, right? He's got about 5. Okay, 10-6 is still going to be profitable there. Don't get me wrong. It's not a mistake to ship 10-6, but I think there's a chance that GTO might go the other way. And let's just call this one. I think this is just a call. Yeah, it's just super shallow. Like 2.6 is ATC, so 8.5's got to be good enough here, just purely on equity. 34%'s fine. We're just gambling. Powered by coffee. Let's go. All right. That felt good. That felt like a clean game. Obviously, winning feels better, but... Ooh. Uh-oh. Strag is just sending me some ideas about this evening. Chat Pro Poker Show, by the way, mentioned again for the 100th time. I've already updated my socials as well, but Strag is just sending me through his plan for how we're going to do prizes tonight. Let me just say, you don't want to miss it, guys. If you're able to be involved, we're going to do one of these guys. We've been doing this. This is a new thing we started doing, and you'd be surprised how much absolutely obscene shit people are doing on the button here. Now the question is, do we check? Players that limp the button aren't going to bluff as often, so we're just going to put it in good here. Yeah, this is fine. Picking up 5 big blinds at non-showdown, pretty fucking sweet. Pretty sweet, not going to lie. Yeah, you just said you were exhausted from the Bloody Mary phone call and ended the stream. Yeah, fair enough, guys. That's my bad. We'll do the review today. We'll do the reviews today. There's a bunch of really easy stuff in there, so it's not going to take ages. But for real, I'm not joking. I finished that call. Oh, this one might be close against this guy with the ace-8, but yeah, it would have been good against ace-4. Fiano's kind of doing the right thing here. He's adjusting for the fact there's a split asymmetrical stack depth, so short stack on the left, big stack on the right. And just decides to play it as a push. I think that's fine. I think that's actually not ridiculous. This is a spot, if there's an unknown player in the big blind, I'm going to come along a lot more often because, like, people we have marked as regs, they always exploit the 2 limps. Whoa! Strag, thank you very much for the subdued 10 months. Appreciate you. And I think in honor of Strag and his birthday, I'm going to play a special tune. Does he ever lose? This guy. Does he ever lose? Does he ever lose? Now, I wish it would play twice for me. Like I said, that only ever plays once, and then in my ears, it'll play again for you guys, but it doesn't play twice for me, unfortunately. This one's probably a close. King 9's probably all right to push here. We're going to avoid it. Let me try it again. I hope that OBS sorts itself out, but if I press play again, it's going to play for you, but I don't think I'm going to hear it back in the monitor. Yeah, hit it again. Okay, so because it's 1.6, 1.5 pot, 75% pot, excuse me, I think we probably call even if we're wrong. I mean, we have a pretty good price, right? Yeah, fair enough. You can see how much equity we actually have in this spot. We'll have the best hand some of the time, and then we'll also have a lot of equity in other situations too. PokerStars Strike says, whoop whoop, yeah, it's going to be a mega holiday spectacular. It will be. It will be. Go and reg now, guys. I'm going to type it in the chat again. Go and look up the tournament ID. It is a $5.50 buy-in. It's the usual fun, super crazy mystery bounty goose hunts, golden goose protocol, not a thing situation. John Edwards, thank you for the sub. Kofi Trend, by the way, hello. I haven't said hi to you yet. What's up? Good to see you. But yeah, we will do the review, guys. Sorry about that yesterday. Appreciate you. Thank you for the hype train, guys. 93% of the way to a hype train. What a life. We basically did not do the review yesterday because I was buzzing after that stream. Not only did we have 4 10x multipliers in one stream, which we won 3 of and we came second in 1. Also a really exciting call about the Bloody Mary business. Also a really exciting call, a not so exciting call to a financial advisor about about stop being such a fucking waste man and actually put some money away for the future, which was draining in itself. It had its own kind of drain. Nope. Let's go. All right, heads up against a known reg. That's right, Roxy, you worked it out. Yeah, Highland Moo is registered. Highland Moo is on the map right now. Let's just push this one. This is fine. This is going to be GTO. There actually might be some limping with King 5 of clubs here. We're going to get there anyway, though, right? Yeah. 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 $30, let's go. There is a chance that King 5, a lot of the suited kings will be limps there, and then we're supposed to call the push. I think against an aggressive opponent in a 3x, I think pushing is fun. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. All right, 5 10x multipliers in 2 sessions. Let's win this one, guys. It was the King Deuces roll. Do you remember, guys? We got heads up for 25 bigs effective, and the reg shipped King Deuce off into our Ace 10 for the win. Pokerology sitting out for some reason. Okay, interesting. We don't know Mags, or we know Mags. Limp button, multi-way 25 effective was 10-6 off. Full pot, air, flop, 1 big blind, turn 6. Interesting. Okay, we're just going to push here. Straight up, just slamming it in. First hand of the 10x multiplier. Limp button, multi-way 25 was 10-6 off. Okay, yeah, so he's going kind of nuts. King Deuce you can play there. I'm not going to do it against the reg, but we are going to play 10-8 on the button. Two hands in a row. Mags min raises, we just bang in an offsuit ace. 2 hands in a row. Okay, we're going to fold to this one. We have more edge here than the calling the ace 7 there. We have more edge Also, we have a note about the limping here as well in previous spots, right? Limping 10-6 off on the button. You can be Texas Tommo. You can be a Texas Tommo, and you can develop your limping range on the button, but it should never contain 10-6 off. I'm sorry. Just walking around the flat moving now. Ruthie. 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 Come give us a moo. You got to do it into the mic. Oh, does he ever lose, this guy? All right, yes, we're going to do a raise. It's 3x versus limp. And we have managed to make a top pair. We're going to start really small. In fact, unbalanced here is better, I think. Unbalanced against mags is probably better. Let's go slightly larger. We're getting check raised. Okay, not to panic just yet. But not a great start. Okay, he's checking the turn. Check turn. We've made two pair. It's not a flush. Flush is a concern. But we're good to go for value now, I think. So this is the guy. Yeah, okay. So this is the size we want to use. Oh, yeah. Big time in the 10x multiplier. What does he have? He has Jack 9 offsuit. He has complete air. He has complete air. And now, if we want to be clever, how do we play this one? The two big blind pickup is better than the ISO non here, I think. That's actually massive at this stage in the tournament. I run so bad, Tom. I know. I'm glad you're here to see it, though. That coffee hit you hard. Yeah, me and Ruthie went for a little jaunt this morning to try and figure out what we were going to do for Christmas dins. And went to a really nice local butcher's in Hove, actually. That's what we say around here. And if Mags limps this one, okay, the 3x is going to be very telling because we know how passive they are with the weak stuff. So suddenly a 3x there is very, very strong. Now against Mags, super wide player, just the min raise here is great. This is going to be GTO anyway. Mags never missing a chance to call one big blind though in the big blind, right? Potentially just going to 3-bet to 5, which is also super lovely. Never folding to the jam. Flatting is probably worse than calling here because there's flops that they might get away from, so let's just put the rest in. 5 big blind fold would be... Okay, that's still massive for our EV, so we'll take it, but I really never assume anyone's going to put half their stack in and fold. That's usually not something that sensible human beings do. Doing well in these games is so huge for the EV as well because there's so many more chips to actually win. So, like, if you stomp a 10x multiplier, the amount of chips you win compared to the average number of chips in play in a 2x or a 3x is just massive. This is what we need to really get those, get that final boost in. This is what we need to really get the challenge over the line, looking like really healthy with the EVs. I'm going to take Queen 5 out here, I think. Yeah, that's good. Oh, the doorbell is going. The Christmas presents are arriving. This camera is very clever, but it's not very good at remembering where it's supposed to be. Is that better? That's better. I tend to lean in when I'm playing too. Patty B, thank you very much. All right, we're heads up and we're guaranteed second place money. We are going to 3-bet this first reg. And I think it's something like this. The frequency that we 3-bet not all in is very, very, very low, by the way. So this should get a plenty of respect, assuming we're not running into the top of the range. Nice, good hands. Quote unquote top it, running into the top of the range. There you go. PokerLogy is probably one of the better regs here on Stars. Would have preferred a heads up against the other geezer. Thank you for the gifted tier 1 sub. Patty B, congrats. Thank you, Strag. Happy birthday again, buddy. Beside the side, hello, first time chatter. What's up? Welcome. We are at that part of the range right now, so let's do a. I had a dream about this last night. We can do this. 16, 17. We're gonna do a big ISO. We're only going to do that about 10% of the time with our weakest stuff, though. That's why we have the randomizer in play. 4 deuces of spades at this stack depth is fine. Thank you again, Strag. Beside the side, welcome. Instantly subscribed. Very kind of you, sir. 32 subs. Mana Jacks, congratulations. Thank you, Strag. We are ITM. That's right. Pair with a flush draw. We call. And interesting spot for PokerLogy to kind of barrel twice here. You really punish the random spades. You really punish the 5x deuce x. Once we get to the river. This could be blocker bet territory. Our opponent is going to know that we're not going to have as much ace of spades as him. Once the pot is limped and checked. I am tempted to call river though. Nice, do pick it up. PokerLogy has ace-9. I thought perhaps 2 barrels, but I think that's actually on the jack turn. It's probably okay. How did Zurich run, by the way, Strag? Reg v Reg, top pair with a queen, pretty strong. This is a board that PokerLogy could check raise with worth 10x. And, you know, also some absolute super bluffs as well. 10 big blinds effective. Ooh, Reg v Reg. Reg v Reg with the new rules. We have rules about this, guys. We actually have a little post-it note here on the desk. I have a little post-it note about my new rules about calling these spots, and it's been much, much better. My performance calling all-ins and also adjusting for reg versus rec has been very, very potent. So we're going to stick to our plan. We will call a shove here, though. And we will be shoving if they just limp. You can limp call Queen Jack of Diamonds. PokerLogy's playing kind of slow right now. Not sure what the deal is. Pretty straightforward push. So you do this most of the time. Seeming like they're kind of out. We're not trying to get stream sniped here, are we? No, can't be. Can't be. Keep going to PokerStars. So loud. I'm going to delayed c-bet this one, especially on the 4 turn. Got a call. Oh, got rivered. That's unlucky. We got rivered. That's unlucky. Zurich ran decent. It was actually a tougher race than Cheltenham. Downside was that we wanted him to run well enough to increase his rating so that we could look to enter him in Cheltenham Festival. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, so we have to look for other options. Interesting, interesting. I didn't know it worked like that. I can't call the turn. And this one we can probably just put into the push category. Battling for the $100. Woo! Okay, we kind of asked for this one. Never mind. Drawing down the flop pretty much. Very, very thin. Second place finish. Let's make that make a note of that quick, and then we'll fire up some more tables. Good game for us. Obviously, overall, just come down to that one spot. 10x and second place. Okay, cool. Still a profit in that game. Unlucky in the end in those spots, but there we are. Okay, cool. So save that one. And let's go ahead and fire up the 2-stack here. Right, so 2 tables looks like this. Sorry, guys, give me a second. I just need to fire up another table, and then we use that PokerStars stacker like that. Beautiful. All right, let's try and get some volume in here, gang. Move the chat over a little bit. Base Logic, welcome back. Yeah, so we had 4 yesterday, and we just had 1 just now as well, buddy. Kind of crazy, right? I think Ivy Monsoon might be a reg as well, by the way. Okay, we got him on the hook here. This is my strategy. This is how I like to play these spots. We're going to bet 3 on the turn. We're going to bet 3 on the turn. This is slightly off GTO, by the way. This is slightly off GTO. 6-7 of spades would be a really sad story here. But the chances of us missing a shove here on this river are approximately 0. Can still call with king 10 of clubs as well. That would be cool. Can still call with ace 7 of diamonds. Chokata! Yeah, I mean, that's a nice river for us, obviously, but we'll mark this one for review. I'm pretty sure reg v reg, we just call the push there. We're just doing too well against the range if they're doing it correctly. And if he's not in yellow, we're probably going to avoid it because they're going to have way more ace combos. It's going to be way stronger in a linear fashion. Good morning, Zintax. Good to see you. How you getting on? It was another 10x, yes. There's no way you get sniped on this delay. I tend to agree. And yeah, I know it was miles off when I looked anyway. Okay, we get there. I'm going to go... No, okay, so if they're calling the turn, they don't have a deuce. They probably have a 9. So the 9 actually needs to be punished like this. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Little flush over straight feels fantastic. I like that a lot. We're going to size up turn when we miss flop bet here. And we're going to clean up this one on the left with the 4 tray. Yeah, that's interesting, Strag. Remind me to ask you about that in real life. I'd like to hear more about the qualification thing. I didn't realize it worked like that. As a horse racing expert, surprised I didn't know that. As somebody who has made many very successful bets on horse racing, mostly based on pure instinct, or Ruthie selecting fantastic horses. What was our most successful horse race, babe? That's right. Oh, I forgot. So was that like 4 in a row? Yeah, there was the time that we went to Plumpton in real life, got all dressed up, and then I think I put 50 quid on the winner, like 4 or 5 horses in a row that Ruth picked. And that was pretty rad, not gonna lie. Min-raise fold kind of sucks. This one's a little bit too. What's interesting about that is the King Jack probably feels like a better call than the Ace Tray, even though technically it's a worse hand. And that's just because the King Jack will run into more Ace X that we are live against, as well as the suited connectors and stuff like that that want to push. Whereas the Ace X is going to be dominated more often, the Ace 4. We're not looking at graphs. Tom, we're not looking at the graphs, please. Thank you. Stop looking at the graphs, Thomas. Stop looking at the graph, Tom. Put it away, buddy. Stop trying to sabotage me. Isn't Ivy Monsoon the name of, like, Kanye's son or daughter or something? Ruth? You know, I'm sure you knew that. Isn't that like oh yeah. Well, no, there's one is called Northwest. I'm pretty sure one is called Ivy Monsoon. Oh, maybe. Oops. This one's probably close against the reg. Yeah, okay, let's do this one. Yeah, good call. Maybe not. I might be confusing a couple different ones, but yeah, maybe Ruth. Good call with the Ace 4. Next game, please. And this one's just a limper. $40 in this one on the right. Nananzino, another good player. Who's this guy? Check raise king. Okay, interesting. This is just going to be lay push. Probably a mix. We can probably get away with a non-all-in here as well, but let's just run it in both cases. Good call on the 5s and a good hold as well. Jack 9 in the deeper stack game is going to just sneak in here, I think. Tom, stop looking at the graph. Yeah, we definitely could have won that 10x earlier. I think we played fine. We got unlucky with the 10-4. We ran into that Jack 6 when he rivered the 6. Raise call, King Queen suited, definitely approved. Not going to win this all in. That's okay. We've been running pretty good in the all in department. Almost looked at the graph again. It's actually like an emotional safety blanket / tick. I cannot help myself. I'm constantly refreshing that graph, and it's so bad. It's actually terrible for me. It's actually really, really bad for my energy. Dima can min-raise fold here, so that means we have a lot of extra dead money. Oh, okay, this is sweet. 10 on the flop, yes, please. Ocho on the turn, what the fuck? Ocho on the turn, are you feeling all right, bruv? All right, I'm not refreshing the graph. I just want to see how many we've played, all right? $4,631. I have a problem, chat. I have a problem. I'm not gonna lie. I have an addiction to refreshing that guy. Zhao Zera, a friend of mine, fellow Spin Go player. I don't think me and Zhao have ever had a chance to meet in real life, but we play a lot of poker together. I would say Zhao is an outstanding poker player, outstanding spin player. Yeah, let's just start betting right now. We have a straight basically, right? We pretty much have a straight. Not the best turn to barrel, I'd imagine. Don't know if we're telling a particularly believable story by barreling turn. In fact, Zhao Zero might lead turn. Yeah, this is a good spot. with a spade in her hand, possibly call turn without. I think this is fine. Gonna take 9-4 to the flop. This one is probably going to go. I think this is fine. Is this part of our new rules, though? Yeah, against the reg and a 3x, sure. That's fine. A watched graph never boils. That's what Mama taught me. I think Mama's right, too, Strag. 7-8. Let's do 3 big blinds here. We've actually come on leaps and bounds, guys. When it comes to the heads up out of position play, this challenge has got us like way cooking in that department. We are so much better in that department. I haven't had a chance, but I want to sit down with Texas Tomo at the end of the challenge and take a look at the start of the challenge, and then after, look at the frequencies. We're gonna commit to this one, guys. We're gonna do 2 on the turn, and we're gonna ship the river. Oh my God, are we really just gonna peel Queen Jack here? I think I have to commit to the shove on the river now, guys. He might call us with a 5, but we're gonna go for it here. I'd say that was a good bluff. What do you guys think? You know what's good? You know what's good, chat, is when we are in the right mindset, we've already made up our mind on the turn what the line is going to be. Now, there are rivers, of course, that we're not going to play like that, but we already had a plan in mind on the turn. That's how you know you're locked in. And we already felt confident about it when we started the pattern on the turn. When you start making, when you're playing well, you already have a plan. And we had a plan in mind there, and it was righteous. It was a righteous plan. This one is going to be close. We can definitely start pushing some of our offsuit queens here. This one doesn't feel quite right. We're going to leave this one out. The shove on the turn here is fine. This is going to be Nash. You can argue against the unknown. We can just like completely allow that spot because we're pushing in part for equity, but we're also pushing in part for balance. This one will be a call. Jack 9 of spades, lovely spot to call the all-in. We will be ahead. So you can see Zhao shoving 10-4 here in a not dissimilar spot. We're obviously a little bit deeper. And here we go. Hello, Roca in the YouTube chat. How you doing? Can I guess who this is? Not sure if I can. Go to channel. Go 5, 6, 7. That's not quite right. I don't know if I can guess who this is. You got a lot of gaming on your channel, bruh. All right, all in with the King 5. 6, 7 on the left has prospects. Gabriel will probably be quite suspicious of us not betting flop here, so if they're not going to lead turn, let's do this, and then let's do... Interesting. Okay. Can we value bet this river? I don't think they have a deuce or an 8, so they might have a tray. Yeah, let's value bet. Interesting. Okay, I thought the 8 would be played differently. We kind of value cut ourselves there. We've done that twice in like one day, by the way. We've done that twice in 2 sessions, excuse me. Nice spot there on the right. And this is too weak. We value cut ourselves twice now, guys, which is not ideal. Yeah, this has just got to go. It's for 2 big blinds, guys. The 10 deuce has got to go in here. Yeah, the queen tray's got to run as well. In fact, we could just do that if he's going to fold. This guy seems to be like willing to. Yeah, that's not good. Push the 8-5 suited there pre-flop. That's what you want to do there. Nice. Yeah, just push 8-5 suited. Like, just got to learn your push fold. Just learn your push fold ultra short. You don't always play push fold in this game, but you do when you're very short. Good spot for the king 3. No jable. Yeah, baby. Seven, 8 cash game. What's up? Now I need to figure out there was a lot of people at our 7-8 cash game. Also, you're supposed to say 8-9 cash game, you butthead. Fold this one. Ace-9 is going to go in the middle, obviously, if we can. King Queen of Spades is going in the middle here as well. This is a pretty clean push. And nope, that's not enough. King on the turn, spade on the turn, spade on the river. Nice hand, sir. That is fair. I will allow it. It's completely fair. 2 live cards with the 10-8. Can't lose. It's impossible. Oh, my God. We're not supposed to win on that flop. That's pretty gross. But the equity pre-flop is what matters. The equity pre-flop is what really matters there, guys. This one is right on the cusp. Ooh, baby, I love you way every day. 5-4 off there, guys. Can somebody look that one up for me? Speaking of suited connectors going all in, this is going to be a push. And fold that one. Queen 7's got to go here. Tell you what's a good hand. Pocket kings, ladies and gentlemen. How absolutely outrageous are we supposed to play this? Now, regs always min-raise way too tight here, so actually this is probably the best way to get called. Never mind. 2 spots where kings might have had an alternative line. We're getting pretty out of line, to be honest, if we're doing anything else there. But yeah, wish me luck with the Jack-10 of spades. We are ahead of pocket 4s. Can you believe it? We're also ahead of 6-7. 6-7! 6-7! Got him with the old 6-7. We're not folding, chat. In fact, we're making the flush. We're making the draw. Zhao Zera all in. Oh, we can absolutely miss the bet on the turn, right? This is so deceptive. Our hand needs no protection at all. Absolutely wonderful run out here. We're definitely going to get the whole stack on the river. He's got to put us on a 7. We always have a 7. He's betting 1 big blind. He's inducing us. He's trying to induce us. We're going to use the whole time back. He knows we're on stream. He knows I'm here giving you a speech about how I'm going to turn the 8 of diamonds into a bluff on the river. I've got a pair. It's not good enough. I'm going to bluff with the 8 of diamonds. I've got the 8 of diamonds. Oh, that's a sad story. That's a sad story. Against an unknown, you might actually win more by sizing down, but against the reg, we have to be balanced there. 10s are a good hand to call with here, and fold for the 1 big blind, I guess. Possibly could have just run that one pre, but whatever. Let's just do this instead. There we go. Get some protection against the player in the big blind with the triple up. 4. All right. All right. We take those. Take those ones. That's fine by me. Your daughter just heard that. Sorry, Tom. I need to watch my mouth when Tom is moderating. Yeah, we're gonna make a raise here, guys. And we're gonna potentially get this all in if we need to. 10 of spades on the turn might be helpful. Wish me luck, gang. Here we go. We're getting a lot better at finding those raises as well. You know what it was? It was the day that we did that review. Oh, okay. Wait a sec. Chat, check this out. Pocket twos, slam dunk push in these situations sometimes. When they min raise off of the 9, though, we can actually bin these. It's going to save us tons of cash. 2 big blinds. Let's go with this one. Oh, my God. Getting it in good and dominating. Look at the flop, though. Unlucky. That is actually one of those spots are actually so critical to avoid because you have no fold equity left. And also their range becomes so excruciatingly strong. Honestly, tons of those spots you should just default because it's easier, but it's definitely an avoid at all costs. Sorry, Tom. When Tom is moderating, I need to learn to just shut up because it's no good. We can push the king jack here. Look at the player in the big blind, though. Okay, let's do this instead. This is definitely just a push. And this is definitely a push. Running into ace queen, kind of unlucky. Too bad about that 4, though. Oh, I expected to lose after I was heckling, to be honest, but okay. That is a straight. In fact, that is a royal flush draw on the turn. If we bet 1, we might get calls from the pairs and then also from the random hearts. We do. Oh! That might be the biggest payoff card for us now. And how often does our opponent have the ace of hearts here? Pretty slim pickings, huh? Could have the ace of hearts, I suppose. Should we get called if we shove? Nice, beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. In fact, that was the payoff card because we needed that to improve. If we shove, we're not getting called anyway, right? There's always a possibility, but, you know. I'm happy to call the 1 big blind here and see a flop just because I don't want to run it against the min-raising range there. It's going to be very strong. Against Vindy, I think we're going to call this one, guys. Is this part of my rules, though? This is probably 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah? Yeah? This is within my rules. Okay, let's run this one. This is within the rules. Bad turn. She's about to go to school. It's all good. Just was so loud. Sorry. It wasn't my fault. It was Roka in the chat. It was Roka in the chat with the reference. Getting the chips in good here on the right. Fair enough, sir. Fair enough. What's up, Demo in YouTube in Twitch chat? Excuse me. Hello, John Delano. What's up, dude? I haven't looked at my graph, guys. Like, you guys actually see what I'm cheating because it pops up like this now, right? You guys see it. Zeno in the big blind. Let's take the ace, not queen 9 out of the range there. Little domination on the left. You know what? I'm giving Ivy Monsoon an honorary maybe yellow. Keep slipping through the cracks here. All right, heads up against the unknown. Let's start our tirade, our tirade. No, we're not doing that. Oh my God, we must win. We must win. Well, it's a good spot on the left. We must win on the river. Interesting way to play a tray. I always underestimate how people play mid pairs on those kinds of boards. It is an interesting prospect, though. So this one is outside of my rules, so we're going to not do that one. That is how I'm doing my rules these days, guys. We're playing in position. We're playing first to act very close to the book, and we're adjusting our calling. That's one of the big adjustments that we've made that's helping out. So right now, let's say we're playing... Ruthie. Ruthie. Ruth. All right, not all in steel, ace jack clubs. All right, let's go. 10 club. Nice hand. Roka says we need to play heads up soon. I need revenge. Text me. Otisfield. Good old Otisfield. Ooh, pocket sixes are hot today. I need to be careful when I'm on this when I'm in this view, because obviously they splash all that info on screen. Let's do this one. Yes. Big one. Otisfield. All right, we're going to go... No, sorry, wrong one. Wrong combo. Circadian, thank you very much, mate. I appreciate you. Unknown player, 9-7 off, blind v blind, 14.5 effective. This is 14 exactly. 14 exactly. Miscalculation there. Still acceptable. Right now, this is one of the special ones that we do this with. Yep, exactly 15. I'm trying to get a hold of PokerStars support, but can't reach them. I have problems logging in. I don't receive emails from PokerStars. Circadian, so I was gonna say drop me a message and I'll help, but like I never help in these situations because I don't know how. I can help in many capacities, of course, but the situation with support is a tricky one because I don't really have a contact there. We're at 9. We're at 9. We're doing this. We're calling a jam. Running into ace-queen, pretty unlucky. We're going to lose this pot no matter what. But we are playing it in the correct dynamic ISO size strategy. Also part of the Nick Walsh TV chart pack, which, funnily enough, despite making that chart pack myself and programming the Sims myself, am only just finally starting to incorporate it in my game, but to great effect. To great effect, I must say. It is this challenge has really forced me to get very good at those spots. Doing it against ace-queen is not so great. Doing it directly into ace-queen, not so hot, obviously, but that's not the point. Ivy Monsoon, the absolute beast of
spins. Not raise calling king nine of spades, I don't think. Doesn't feel right to me. Let's put it in the bin. Blind v blind, facing min raise. Ooh, it is a push. This is a push technically, but if I have a vibe about this spot, what am I doing here? Min raising at this stack depth. People are unbalanced here. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That was possibly... Oh, shit. I got distracted. That was definitely a call on the left, guys. My bad. Sorry, Circadian. I'm not sure what to suggest, dude. I'm sorry I can't be more help. Dude, how many spots did we miss over here? So that was the 10-9. Queen Jack. Did we miss the Queen Jack push? No, we pushed Queen Jack. That's what it was. We ran into King 6. That's weird. All right, don't make the same mistake twice. Oh. Queen Jack and then the 9-10 call. We missed the 9-10 call. Okay, it's not the end of the world. Hearts. Straight flush! We made a street flash. We actually made a street flash there, guys. Do you see it? Yeah, we're going to call any two. 30% equity ain't bad. Straight. Nice hand. This is going to be close. I think 8-7 is definitely going. 6-7 might go as well. Yeah. Okay, let's run it. I'm going to mark it for review, but I'm pretty sure this one runs. Hey, it's COD Poker. What's up, bro? Congratulations on your run, my guy. Congratulations, dude. I thought you played great. And I also thought it was a really cool idea to do like a little watch party and do the review after stream. I thought that was a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and mark that for review. No, sorry for the overlay here, guys. Give me a moment. Tom, I have to refresh. In order to save the hand. COD Poker, thank you very much for the raid, and well done again for Barcelona. Prague, excuse me. Thank you for the follows, guys. Appreciate it. We're out here playing spins. If you're new here, my name is Nick Walsh. I'm a PokerStars Ambassador. Probably best known for my Spin Go shit, which we're doing now. We're trying to finish a challenge. I'm playing $50,000 of buy-ins in $10 Spin Goes. We are coming to the end of the year. I want to finish it before the end of the year. We probably have another 300 or so to go, maybe 350. Actually, that number was just on the screen. We want to play 5,000 to finish the challenge, and we're at 4,641. So 360 to complete. Get a Menace. Hello, mates. Get a Monas has graced us. First time chatter, first time raider. What's up, dude? Good to see you there. Hope you had a good stream as well, COD Poker. Well done once again for your performance in Prague. Very impressive stuff. This player. This player. This player. This player. This player. This player. This player, 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 this player. Oh, he put the chips in good on the rights. This guy's going to call with 4-5 on the left. Close enough. Got lucky as well, but we did put the chips in fantastic on the turn there. Yeah, it was great to see you IRL as well, mate. And on to the next one. Keep grinding. I thought you looked really fierce on that table as well, man. I really enjoyed doing comms. You looked very composed, and the poker was very strong. Even the spots that I know you weren't sure about, or you weren't sure if you made the right move. To me, they all look completely legit. And honestly, you're better qualified to discuss MTT hands anyway. I thought they were all very reasonable spots. That guy definitely was getting an unusually high number of psi call hands that probably a lot of people would be fist bump calling with. There was several spots where that guy was meant to be put in a bad spot, and he just ended up having the exact hand that makes sense. It was kind of wild. NWTV finding a full pot lead on this board is very, very interesting. Honestly, I feel like this trends towards a lot of strength, which isn't great for our hand. And it's not a spot where I think that people are like, yeah, I'm just going to full pot this because like this is an exploit to try and get max folds. It doesn't strike me as that situation at all. This is power poker. Running into ace queen, not a problem. That's part of why we like to do this hand. I'm going to mark this one for review as well, but I'm almost positive that the 8-6, 8-7 suited is a push at 18. Against a reg, at least. We don't want to do that against the unknowns because it's just higher variance. But it is going to be profitable regardless. We know that that's going to be the case. Let's mark the 8-6 suited for review. We've already got that one in there. Cool. We managed to pick up a pair on the right-hand side here. This is a limped pot. The fact that there was no bet on the flop, I think, is actually probably quite concerning. We're going to avoid this one. I'd say that trends more towards strength as well there, for example. Yo, Mezzodana, what's up? Good morning from FLA, Nick and chat. Hello, welcome. Good to have you here. We're going to avoid this one against this player. I want to refresh that graph so bad, Tom. I want to refresh that graph so bad. Let's not cheat here. Great-grandfather, born July 13th, 1888, Oldham, Lancashire. Good old Lancashire. Lancashire. This one runs. This one runs. Good old min-raise fold there. Is great for the trays here. I think we're going to probably run this one as well. Blinds are up next hand. This one's kind of like we're gonna do well enough here, I think. I accept the flip. I accept that. Then NWTV checks. We're gonna disguise our hand here because I think it's very unusual to have a limp here that doesn't want to bet at King 10 tray, at least as a bluff. Make it look weak with a 1. And then on the river, I think we just have to max. We have to max here because reg v reg, to make it look bluffy, we're going to ship, right? We're going to get called by a 10. We're going to get called by a queen. We're going to get called by like pocket 9s and all kinds of weird shit that they're trapping here. They're going to have monsters that they limp at the stack depth as well. Deluxey, thank you for the follow. It's a great name, by the way. I can't close hand to note, Tom. I need to know how many hands I've played. I told you I can't function without my super advanced heads up display telling me how many hands I've played with people. I hope people appreciate that I'm joking. I've said that like 3 times in 2 days now, and I'm not joking when I say you're seeing the HUD. This is the HUD. It's called Just Hands. It's a concept I've been working on for many years. Oh, this is a pretty good spot for us, ace 8 here. Little Jable on the river there would be nice. Bonk Sergabor, thank you for the good lucks. Thank you. What's up, Deluxy? Great to see you. Welcome to the stream. Okay, $30 US. $30 United States currencies. We hit a tray here. These spots suck so hard because they just end up with all kinds of nonsense. Not calling it off here. And ace queen can definitely run, especially if Yaozera starts off the action. Yo, thank you very much, Circadian, for joining the Graph Gang. Thank you for the sub, dude. So I'm still trying to make a plan for next year, guys. Not just in the poker department, in the streaming department, but also, you know, in the life and health department. I'm definitely going to be looking at getting more fit. I need to take better care of myself. I'm getting old, and I feel it in my bones. I will bet you any amount of money that you will not hit 5K hands before this short sets. Just close it. 5K hands? You mean 5K games? It's not about that, Tom. Look at my super advanced heads-up display. All right? I'm sorry. I'm a modern guy, and I rely very heavily on an advanced technology in order to beat Spin Go's. For example, I have played 560 hands with Lacaniano, and if I don't know that, I can't beat him. Hashtag science. Kofi Trend, may the force be with you. Thank you, dude. I'm going to trap the nines here on the left-hand side. The trap has been set. Will it be successful? It's extremely successful. What happens now? May the force be with me there, motherfucker. Surprise, motherfucker. Sorry, language. No, not 9 deuce. And let's take a card here. Let's take a peel, Let's take a turn. Do we float the turn? Do we play it cool? Probably, honestly, we're getting exploited there, so that's not nice for us. But, you know, what we can do is bet 4 here for the ace-king. Hit the 5 on the left. He did suck out on us, guys. And we're getting ace-king in on the rights. Winning flips, no problem. Jauzera says, I was thinking exactly what you said on the flesh hand. Oh, Nick must be telling his viewers about how he's going to own me with the diamond blocker bluff. See, Tom, I told you. I told you. I love that, mate. Thank you. It's I'm grateful for our friendship, Jauzera. I like that I have some friends out there in the field. That's great, dude. That's honestly hilarious. I really, really like that. All right, do we lean in? I think we're going to lean in to this one, guys. We're going to go for it. We're going to bet 2 on the turn. We're going to ship the river. What could they possibly have here, honestly? 2 barrels is enough. That's fine. Thank you for the follow, sir. Pockets 18. What's up? Yeah, let's just run this one. King 4 running into 6s here. Not ideal. Turning into queen's not ideal either. Ooh, live cards. Straights are so good, man. Let's go. We have actually been running very nicely to finish this challenge so far, and I'm feeling great about it. I'm feeling really good about the fact that the Justice Department is finally serving at PokerStars. The Department of Justice at PokerStars is finally serving. Start with the C-bet here. In a min-raise pot on a queen-high board. We bet one big blind on the flop as well. There's a lot of combos. Okay, let's go ahead and just try the 3 on the turn. I think it's definitely worth doing. With the gut shot, getting jammed on is fine. Start leading turn for this size. We're going to start limping the king 10 of hearts, pushing the queen deuce suited. Size up this one on the left and then ship the 5s. Mateusz Fars, what's up? You too, buddy. You're in that same category. You're in the same category, my friend. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Okay, same size again. I mean, we probably actually want to go even bigger with this hand on the turn. And it's a pretty clean run out, honestly. This feels like he might actually have a 10 now at this point that we have outkicked. Do we go for 3 on this board? I mean, come on. It's pretty clean, right? This is a limped pot, though. Nah, it's too good, right? It's too good to miss. It's too good to miss, right? 7s into ace deuce, no good, huh? He's going to call with 10-8. These pros are always bluffing. Queen 7 is also good. I'm glad we went for 3 streets there because that is huge in the EV department, chat. I'm not going to lie. Not going to lie. That is absolutely monumental. The 7s versus the ace deuce also quite cute. That's actually hilarious, Zhao. I love that for us. I'm glad that we have that kind of friendship and we have those levels. That's actually really, really funny. Jack 7 of spades. What? Very nice. Stop looking at the graph. Okay, to be fair, I haven't looked at the graph. I just popped up because it's like an automatic thing for me. I have not actually seen any of our results from today yet, so I'm completely in the dark as to whether or not we are winning or not today. I have a suspicion we're fucking murdering right now. I have a suspicion that we're absolutely murdering. Do we want to gamble with queen 10 of clubs here first hand in a 20? That's probably fine, isn't it? Wish me luck. Here we go. Oh, it's so clean. So many outs. Feels good, man. Feels good. This is a 3x steal. I mean, ISO. We're calling jams if we need to. We are going to limp pocket 8s here. We're calling a shove because it's a great trap. Absolutely dominating the ace tray. Super domination station. What the fudge are these runouts? These runouts are not acceptable. These runouts are not acceptable. That's the second time our pair has been cracked by an ace. Nope. Unfortunately, not playing today, but yesterday had some good games with Nick, or wasn't on Monday. No, yesterday. Yesterday, mate. You're right. Got it right, buddy. Wish me luck, Queen 8 of Hearts. This is definitely GTO limp call. I'm a market for review anyway. I'm very confident about this one, guys. And again, this is one of the examples of don't do GTO. Don't do GTO at all. Unless you're playing a reg, and then do it, because it's great. And it's going to be really good. And they're going to have a bunch of stuff that you definitely want to call against. Betting here and getting check raised is an interesting prospect. Checking also kind of underreps our hand. Facing the 2.5x lead, I don't think we're folding yet. This feels like it might just be two pair though, which kind of sucks. Repping spades when we're shallow sucks as well. Okay, fine. Bin. Again, not a spot that I see Anaheim like being balanced in any way, shape, or form, which is not a bad thing necessarily. I don't think you need to be particularly balanced on those in those situations. If your opponent is, even if your opponent's quite good, you can probably do quite a lot of leading there. Mac. Just contacted Stars and asked them to bump up the 10x multiplier to the level it was yesterday. Mac, you missed it. We had another one today, like second or third game. We actually did the same thing yesterday again. It was pretty cool. Hello, Miss Bum Bum. Thank you for making that that cute little reel, by the way. I was not expecting any participation in your creativity, but it was a good one. I thought the animation was particularly clever. Well done. I don't want to do this one. No, I'm not going to bet this one. I am going to bet this one though. Yeah, it was solid memes, and actually, you took some artistic license with some of the reactions and stuff, and it was good. It was very clever, good timing, good comedic timing on those. Against this geezer, we're gonna do one of these. This is a good size for me. And 10-6 is gonna be enough to push for 4.5. Running into ace is not so good, but that's okay. 10-6 is definitely a push, though. It's gonna be a push for about 8 big blinds, something like that. It's impossible to lose. Oh my God, chat! How good is that? How good is that spot right there, by the way, chat? Tell me how good that one was on the left. Nick with the soul reads on point. The guy is reading my emotions. You know what it is? Does he ever lose? This guy. Does he ever lose? Larry Susan, thank you very much for your patronage. Thank you for the good lucks. Appreciate you, dude. We're spicing up. We're speeding up in these spots. We're getting better at identifying the small multipliers. In the small multipliers, the difference between 15 and 14 is actually huge. And what's really funny is a lot of people that I've spoken about, they're like, I've studied 15 big blinds effective, 10 big blinds effective, and 7 big blinds effective. Because to be fair, they're actually like there's quite a lot of jumping around between those three, and they're kind of quite critical sizes that happen quite frequently. But the difference multi-way, if you're looking at multi-way on the button, the difference between 15 and 14 is actually pretty significant. The difference between those two, it jumps a lot. A lot of hands that were min raises at 15 become pushes at 14, especially when there's unbalanced stack depths to your left and right multi-way. How's it going, Susie? I am absolutely certain that I had a dream about you the other day, mate. I think. Oh, I told you about this, didn't I? Me and you were skating at Skateopolis or whatever it's called. I guess we just 3-bet jam. Yeah, it's got to be right. It's got to be. There's no non all in here. There's no non all in. And folding is a no. Non-all-in is a no. Flatting is a no. Got to be a push. Sweet. Spades are good. That's the cost of friendship. The soul read. That's why we can't have friends at the poker table. No, we can't overcall. Oh, it would have been a decent overcall here, though. Over here on the right, guys. So 2.6 is ATC. With the additional half a big blind, we're definitely calling 8-7 here. I'd be surprised if we weren't. I'll mark it for review. See if we get lucky as well. Lovely. Okay. Yeah. These are good spots. I got to refresh. Oh, wait, one sec, guys. This one is the... Let's do a 4 ISO here. King 7 push. Oh, we get it in good against the King 6. Lovely. Hold the 7. No. Nice. Okay, so we ISO'd big, and then we c-bet for 2. This is standard. And then we fold. Still going to be, I think, the GTO line. Let's mark that one for review too while we're here. Refresh this quick. We're going to mark the Queen 9. I think that's going to be GTO. Pretty sure that's fine. And then we're going to mark the 8-7 as well. I think both are going to be good. I think both are definitely approved. Good, good. I miss you. Just brought the kids to school. About to go on a job and then boot up for the day. Nice one, buddy. Well, good luck. And I hope you have a fantastic day. I'm glad the kids are well. What are we doing here? This is a non-all-in steal. Very cute spot. Got to call this one for sure. By the way, I think we missed a call there. That previous, the 10-4 suited or whatever. I think that was a call. Stay funny. The clips are needed. We have some pretty funny spots. Oh my God, there was a couple. I'm assuming they weren't clipped because some of them were quite rude. But there was a couple spots during EPT coverage this year. Joe had me like in actual tears, like actually in actual tears. King Jack, baby. So, Poker Logi. This one feels weird. You going for a yog? Do some yogging. Breast core. Breast core, one of my oldest enemies. Breast core, one of my ancient enemies. I must win. Breast core wins the pot. Going for a yog. I'm not sure if that one is in or not. This one is definitely just a min raise. And we're going to start by betting just the one. We'll reassess on the turn. We pick up diamonds. Ah! Nope. The robot Bane voice was hilarious. Oh my God, honestly. So the best bit was, John, me and James couldn't hear it. So he started doing that silly voice, but I'm hearing James Hardigan doing a normal silly voice, and he was kind of low, and he was like 200,000 chips, and all this other silliness. Probably can just run this. Oh man, the problem is the min raise is so strong from this guy. This would be a ridiculous fold to make. I cannot believe how tight I'm playing. So I could only hear it from... Watch this one over here, guys. I want to see what he shows down with. Oh, the ace is obviously a terrible turn anyway. Don't even close the action. Can't call. Yeah, it's probably fine. I think that's actually a really good exploit fold. So I was hearing James doing a silly voice, which was funny enough, but then we didn't hear it until we finished that session, and then somebody sent us a clip. Tom sent us a clip, I think, actually. And we were in tears. The best part was, though, we had Maria on a call live via satellite, and Maria was hearing James's voice the way that you guys were hearing it, the way it was going out. So Maria was like, "I'm in tears. This is so funny," and we're like, and I was like, "Oh, okay, like it's pretty funny. I don't think it's that funny." And then until I heard it, actually, what she heard, that was what actually went out to air. I was like, "Yeah, fair, fair." The EPT stream. Oh no! If you missed that, guys, go and check it out. That's it. That's it. It's so funny. All right, breast core. Yeah, this is within the rules, I think. I don't know, guys. These new rules are pretty sweet. I'm definitely onto something here. Like for ages, guys. Do you remember at the very start of the challenge, I was getting so frustrated. At the very, very start of the challenge, I was getting very frustrated running into the top of people's ranges as the pusher and as the caller. As the pusher is obviously mostly out of our control because we're definitely good in that department. We're not making mistakes there too often. But as the caller, this new adjustment I've made is making my life a lot easier. Long story short, I'm just a little bit tighter, but not too much against regs. Not too much. Not too much. OAP, what's up? Good to see you. All right, guys, so we got probably another 30 minutes or so of grind. I'm not going to refresh the graph. I'm just going to look at the total. 4,657 games. Let's call. Nope. So, 350-ish games remaining. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How much does Cat want to bet? Really? Do we call? We might have to call, guys. Big bets, shove, big bets, shove. God damn it. This is just not a bluff that often, is it? Okay, well, good. Move on. Oh, yeah, we're putting in a limp. We be limping. Punish for the limp. Well done, Nick. I actually messed this up. I was going to limp on the assumption that Renan was an unknown. I didn't spot the yellow tag until after the fact. I saw the donkey avatar. Didn't actually even look at the cover there. We get unlucky regardless, but there we go. Getting lucky feels good. Oh, that's quite cool. Oh shoot! Actually, yeah, you're right, guys. I might have to go. I might have to go sooner. Oh yeah. Good point. Actually, sorry guys. I forgot I was supposed to be somewhere at 3. Pocket Jables, breast core. Never makes any mistakes against me. Never mind. Finally. First time in my life. First time in my life. Do-do-do-do. Can we win a flip? Nice. Shoot. Yeah, maybe I should start wrapping up soon, guys. Where are we at? What did I just say? We're almost at 4-7. I'm not going to allow this on the left. We're going to actually float this one with the 10 of spades in our hand. And then we're going to bluff the turn small. And then I'm going to value bet the river. I think our opponent has a 7. That's also the most unlikely hand they can have, but well done. I would say this is almost definitely going to be not good. Check and fold and check and where are we at? So this was a limp pot, right? Yeah, okay. Not folding. Pot. Donk lead. Donk lead on ace 5-7. Ace 7-5 was bottom pair, shit kicker. I'm going to actually trap check the flop here, guys. We've got a lot of this board on a very dry texture, and our opponent is clearly capable of making mistakes when we check. You see this? So this is good. There might even be a raise here on the turn. With the 9 of diamonds in hand, probably not really. That might be a bad river for us. The straights are in, but for the most part, I think we're just going to be catching him with bluffs here, which is ideal. The check on the flop there, once we have this note, is particularly potent, right? King 9, probably a hand we always want to barrel on that flop against most people. But clearly, our opponent perceives checks as weakness, where obviously we know that it's going to be a lot more strength, especially in a game where we can bluff so aggressively against wider ranges. So immediately finding an adjustment after running into the boat there where he's like leading bottom pair. Like this is the same player that might like lead bottom pair for value or whatever. We're getting this in good. Yes, good adjustments. Good adjustments. Very good. EV immediately recouped from that information. The note is going to work and actually making us more dollars, more chips. Good stuff. All right, so it's 2:30 now. To be honest, I'm also relieved that you like the animations because I use the voices and likenesses with no consent. I suppose so, but it is a sort of an homage. It is an homage. We can shove Jack 9 here against the player on our right. We're just gonna find more limps. We're gonna play from there. We got a $40 game on the left, which is lovely. We're probably deep enough against these two players to play 10-6 of spades. Bottom pair straight draw, not folding to a lead. Not folding to one big blind on the turn either. Sometimes they just have a bare 7. I don't know. At this point, it feels like actually a bluff might be better. This feels like it might be a 6 or an 8. I don't think they play a 9 this way. I don't think they have a straight. We're blocking the straight. Folded an 8, baby. Showed the 8 and folded. Let's go. Can we value bet king high on this river against this guy? Is this ridiculous? Is the king high value bet ridiculous? Oh my God. That is just out of control. Beautiful. We got called by jack high, by the way, guys. That is how good the read is on that spot. Now, min-raise pot. We can't fold the flop yet. We have the club draw. Club, please. It's a sad spot on the turn, but we got to fold. Oh my days, chat. Oh my days. We are on fire. I haven't seen the graph, guys. I have not looked at the results once today, right? I've refreshed that page with the raw one from everything, but I haven't seen today. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say this was another good session from us. At least I feel good about it. So we'll see how it goes. Limp this one. We are going to fold this one. King high value bet on the river is so effing ninja. It is actually so unbelievably ninja, and I love it. Jack 9. Oh my God, the turn is beautiful. Man, winning flips is so good. I got to play the music.
Lost another flip. I'm not quit. 15 times in a row, I'm so sick. Lost another flip. I'm not quit. 15 times in a row, I'm so sick.
Feels good, chat. Feels good. And also,
Does he ever lose? This guy. Does he ever lose?
yeah, pretty good, John. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right, once we hit this 10, oh, this is so dangerous now. Thing is, ace, queen, ace, king. Oh, I don't know. This is against the unknown player. These are always super dangerous spots. Honestly, if we're gonna play our hand that way, we probably should just be folding pre. Like that's actually like super weak. Jack high for the win. Oh, not the slightly better jack high. That's awful. Here we go. 6-5. King 7's got to go in the middle here, guys. Wish me luck. Nice hand on the right there. Fair play. Fair play. Good game. All right, let's chuck in. Let's chuck in a couple more, and then we'll do some review. Still finding a limp here. And, you know, I'm not really loving this lead. Do we get more of a read by calling? I think we do. I'm tempted to just do this on the turn now. Don't think this is how they play hearts or king. Okay, wish me luck. Good bluff, Nick. Good bluff. Running into ace-queen is unlucky, but we're still going to push the ace-5 of clubs every time. Don't make the clubs on this occasion. Fair play. Can't call the jam. All right. Let's chuck in another game on the right, and then we'll maybe just do a review to finish. Wish me luck, guys. 9 of hearts, lots of equity. Get there. Nice. GG. 10-9, definitely 10-9 of hearts. You can see, obviously, we had almost a coin flip on our hands. We're ahead of the smaller pairs as well. A lot of those deuces, trays, fours want to just push there. It's just GTO, whatever. It's fine. There's an argument that at that stack depth, even more linear ranges will still contain enough equity for us to want to call there. What's up, Tyrell? Yeah, Tyrell, for real. I honestly don't hate that either. I'm not sure exactly what the right answer would be, but it definitely felt interesting and dangerous. Something to look out for there. Not the best flop for us here on the right. We're going to get ace-king all in. Not turning this hand into a bluff. Loose call? Question mark. Yeah. King queen is fine. That's actually not a loose call. But I like the spot for us anyway. Unlucky on the river. Out. And then 10-9 is in over here. All right, fine, good stuff. Call here. We have a gut shot. Depending on how they size the c-bet, like 3 is going to be too much for us to battle here. I think there's just not enough ammunition after we call, and there's no fold equity when we shove, so it's fine. There's not no fold equity, but it's not much. It's not enough. All right, so that's a wrap for that one on the left. Let's go ahead and focus on, let's watch table. That's the wrong table. Close this one. There we go. Let's finish up this game, then we'll do a quick review, and then we'll wrap it for today. Where are we at now? We played a couple there in quick succession. 4,664 games to our 5K total. Nice. Being domination here is cool. Yeah, just the push here is fine. Definitely a push. Getting it in good again is nice. Dangerous texture. Unlucky there. Back in the game, potentially. Yeah, we're priced in here. Got to go. 35% is good. For a small number of big blinds. Beautiful. Back in the game all the way. Eight seven's an easy push here for 8 big blinds. 41% equity is a million % equity. Never mind, GG. All right, cool. So let's do a very quick review, guys, and we'll wrap it for today. I'm going to have a little refresh on here, and we'll take a look. So actually, graph not looking as nice as I thought it was. Overall, fairly flat line in the graph department. We did have a couple unlucky spots there towards the end, to be fair, but overall, quite the roller coaster. I thought we were running better than this, and I thought we had more EV than this, but ultimately we ended up with a pretty flat session over the course of 44 games. Not anything to be concerned about, very small sample. Again, overall, we're looking at these numbers. These are the important ones. Overall, we're looking at a very nice upward slope here. We're definitely doing much better than we were at the start of this challenge, guys. Overall, chip EV is still 16. Like I said, I think we're trending towards 20 now. Just need a lot more volume in order to flatten out that earlier section. But yes, we're doing just fine. Let's go ahead and close PokerStars. PokerStars now closed. And let's go ahead and take a look at let's go ahead and do a very quick review, guys. We have a couple hands marked. Oh my god, we have way more than I thought. Okay, let's just do it. Big ISO call. Okay, should be pretty straightforward. Let's go ahead and fire up GTO Wiz. Again, if it's not already crystal clear, we are not using any software while we are playing poker, guys. We're actually... PokerStars now fully closed. In fact, we can even close Stars Caption too. So, before we do that, got to get logged in without doxing myself. Copy hand history. All right, so really, really quick, let's just drop these in and see how we go. All right, cool. This one is approved. So if you guys missed this hand, sorry, to do the review is important. So we do a big ISO with the A6 of clubs at 9 or 10 big blinds effective. Opponent shoves we call pretty straightforward stuff. Just wanted to double check this was in the this was actually part of our big ISO range. So 8-6 of clubs, yep, correct. 9-7, 8-9, 8-7. These are the ones we always want to have in that larger ISO, dynamic ISO sizing that we balance with ace king, ace queen, ace jack, ace 10, right? All good stuff. We're not necessarily going to push them. These are also fine to push, though, theoretically. So, unmark. The Queen 9 fold here. So this is... okay, so yesterday somebody was saying, can we just push Queen 9 for 11.5 bigs? I don't think we do. I'm pretty sure it's almost always just a... pretty sure it's almost always just the min raise. Yeah. So under these circumstances, we decided, sorry, not the min raise, excuse me, a fold. Fold is correct. The all-in does not exist here. As soon as we get to 10 big blinds effective, however, we are getting closer to a Queen 9 push. In fact, Queen 10 Queen 10 is the push, Queen 9 is not. That was the point of this entire exchange anyway. All right, so this is how we won one of our 10x multipliers yesterday. An open shove from the 24 big blind stack with King Deuce offsuit. Now I'm pretty sure that this is a misclick from this player. This guy is a good player, and Ace 10 is definitely a call, right? But unless I've missed something, I'm assuming that this is just a massive misclick. Yeah. So the shove here. The small blind shove just doesn't exist, right? King Deuce off is never a shove. Oh, sorry, we're looking at the wrong one. Sorry, guys. King Deuce off, all in for 24 bigs? Don't think so. No, there's no all-inning at all, 0%. So this is just a massive misclick. Just wanted to double check I wasn't completely missing something massive from a very good player. I'm pretty sure it was just a misclick. What do we do? Check King 8. All right, so we wanted to investigate the float here, guys. So pretty straightforward pre-flop. Our opponent limps at about 14.5 big blinds effective. They bet one. I feel like this is a board we have to call at least once with King 8. I feel like it's strong enough, but I think that it's an interesting one to investigate because it does feel like we just get exploited a lot of the time on the turn regardless. Okay, so far so good. Yeah, so just call flop, full turn. Instincts are good. Instincts are close to GTO. And I feel like this is one of those as well where, like, probably we just want to be doing the right thing there. It's not one that we need to adjust too much. Min raise, our opponent shoves. Are we supposed to be 3-bet jamming King 8 off here? Because this is not something that I'm doing personally. This might be an adjustment. Mateus might be trying to exploit the fact that I min raise fold too much from this particular setup, but let's copy this hand history and take a look at it pre. Again, all the pre-flop, I'm just going to drop it in here for ease, but all the pre-flop is also available in the Nick Walsh TV chart pack. Yeah, the jam is not a thing, right? So we've min raised. Sorry, we keep doing the wrong thing here. What? Okay. Okay. Does the big blind 3-bet jam King 8 off? King 6 off sometimes. King 5 off a lot of the time. This is one that we're always missing. I never do this. Queen 5 suited some of the time. There are weird jams that exist here. King 8 off is not one of them. King 8, the King 6, King 5 thing is a bit of a trend. I still probably don't do this, and I probably could get away with it, so I should consider it. But as expected, that particular setup is not as much of a thing. So unmark that one. King 4 suited as a push. This one is very good for very good to check in this database because they're going to have more variations on the setup. They actually don't apparently have a spin and go that's close enough. So let's just simplify this to 838, something like that. Eight four eight is close enough. We're on the button. We're shoving all of our suited kings. So yes, basically I'm just double checking if I'm supposed to be pushing the King 4 suited here. We found an example that's actually deeper stacked, and therefore this one is appropriate. King 4 suited shoving into the unbalanced stack depth. Let's actually just double check. If we actually found the 9-4 at 9 instead. 9-4-9. There we go. Yep, King 4 suited still in the mix. Very good. Cool. So we're just double checking the push is correct here. That's all good, and we are definitely finding these better and more often. Shoving for 9 big blinds, heads up, 9 big blinds effective. This should be dead straightforward, guys. Again, I don't know why I'm double checking these, but it's good to just confirm. Okay, sorry. This is because we need to find the correct setup, and it gets. I don't know why it's been getting confused here. What did we end up pushing here? What was it? 10-7 suited? Yep, 100% push. I don't know why it's confused by that, but that's definitely correct. Unmark hand. This was a shove for 5 big blinds effective with 10-6 off. I'm pretty sure that this is just a good one to go with. I don't know why this is a problem. Yep, definitely a push. Not any issue. Unmark. We're shoving for 6 big blinds here with 6-7 suited. I do think this one goes, but it might be 8-7 and 6-7 suited is a fold. I think it's good enough. Yep, it's all good. Let's just double check. So this was let's call this a 6-6-6. This is probably just a symmetrical 6-6-6. 6-7 suited is in that pushing range. Good stuff. We did not miss the spots. Mr. Baroni, what's up? I was unaware there was a 50K spin and go challenge until I read the article. How embarrassing for me. Not embarrassing at all. It's honestly not that big of a deal. It's just a little something to keep us ticking over this year. It's coming to an end now, and we've definitely improved. These spots are very, very good. We're doing more of the spots that we were missing before, which is great, especially in the asymmetrical blind v blind spots, which are super interesting. That's not something I've done that much of. So we shoved 19 big blinds, blind v blind, guys. I mentioned about doing this against regs versus recs. We definitely want to do this more often against regs because they're going to exploit us more often from imposition. I'm pretty sure that this is going to be a GTO push, but let's just double check here pre-flop. Yeah, 8-6 suited is going to be pushed some of the time. So basically all we need is BVB at 19. In fact, this is probably not even quite right. Let's do 19 instead. Let's do symmetrical and 19, 19, 19. Small blind. 8-6 suited is almost entirely push. Sorry, excuse me. It is, I'm missing the color here. Sorry, guys. It is a push. 6-7 suited, 8-7 suited is pushed more often. So actually, I'm including TO perspective. We could take some of those out. Against the reg, I don't mind including more of those, to be honest. That's fine. So on mark. Queen 8 suited, we limp and there's a push. So again, I think this one's pretty straightforward heads up. We're going to be limping a lot of these sort of King X suited, Queen 8 suited, Queen 7 suited, and then we have to call the push. So let's just double check our work here. This one I'm very confident about. I feel like these are heads up spots that I've done 1,000 times before, but let's double check. Yep, 100% double check. Let's take a look at the actual range. So small blind, we're going to be limping all these combos, heads up. We are about 10.5. Yep, 10.5 is very close. Queen 8 suited, Queen 7 suited, King 8 suited, all these hands. These are all calls. And then versus the all-in, we're calling all the nice, pretty stuff up here. Spot on, especially against the regs. Against the unknowns, you don't want to do this as often because they're going to shove a linear range only. If your opponents are not attacking limps aggressively enough, you absolutely want to still limp this stuff because it plays great in position, but we want to be much tighter with the hands we call with because they're going to shove a lot more King X that dominates you, a lot more Queen X that dominates you, a lot more King X. When you start to get to this stuff, it's a bit more neither here nor there. Like, the same is probably mostly true because they're not going to have as many, weaker suited connectors and stuff, but with these hands, you're just going to end up having a lot of equity against their pushing range regardless, so it gets kind of close, but it's fine. Brody says, it's a huge deal. Agreed with your take regarding spins being one of the best formats to force improvement. Words are hard. Coffee needed. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And thank you for reading the article as well. I appreciate you supporting. Okay, cool. So that's all good as well. We're coming to the end now, guys. We have an all in here, and I just want to double check these ultra short stack call. If we're heads up and we're facing a 2.6 big blind shove or less, we're always calling with ATC. With the additional dead money of the half a big blind, I think that's going to pump us into a call with 8-7. It just seems very straightforward, but let's go ahead and check the equity here because I think it's gonna be in there. Might be a bit of a weird spot. Nope, it's in there. Double check it here really quick. 4, 10, 10. Yeah, very good. So it folds around to the big blind. We're going to call with all of this stuff, including 8-7. 8-7 is right here. All loads and loads and loads of wide calls just because we have a fantastic price. It's almost an ATC call if we're heads up, and then when you include the half a big blind, it's a lot more dead money in relation to what you're risking. So that should be straightforward. And then we have Queen 9. If I can open it, I don't know why it's not opening. Oh, it's frozen. Give it a second. JB, yes, I'm done, buddy. Sorry, I want to do a short session really quick. I don't know why this is frozen all of a sudden. Why is this not opening? Oh, it's right here. All right, so our opponent limps, and we big ISO. And then when it comes this flop, we bet 2. Now, I'm pretty sure that this is GTO, then we fold to a push. Pretty sure. These are spots I've been looking a lot more at. I'm still not very good at the big ISO post-flop spots, but that's what we're trying to improve on here. I think this is a double tick. Oh, okay, wait, one sec. Doesn't like the big ISO here with the Queen 9 off pre-flop. It happens. Oh, it wants me to commit to the shove. That's the mistake there. That's the blunder. So this actually should make sense, actually. Now, looking at this again, the mistake that we're making here is that this is a very, very, very specific kind of flop. Now, if you guys recall, when we were looking at the variable ISO size in a heads-up spot, the big ISO contains some of our strongest offsuit ace combos, so they're not played as a pure push like ace queen, ace king. And then it includes some of our nice suited connectors, 6-5 suited, 8-7 suited actually happens at a very high frequency, 8-9 suited happens at a very high frequency. So at this specific stack depth and on this specific board, the push is so much better than the small bet. In fact, the small bet's going to be employed way more often on a hand like a board like ace king deuce or something like that, right? We can double check that, right? So let's do our work. But seeing this again, the mistake that we've made is thinking about how we play our entire range here. We really don't want to be betting a hand like 8-7 that has tons of equity as a bet when we can play it as a push and we can max pressure the 6s and 5s to fold, the king high floats, all that kind of stuff. We just want to get these chips in the middle as fast as possible on this texture, right? So pre-flop, it's happy for us to use Queen 9 as a large ISO. So Queen 9 is going to happen some of the time, right? That's what they're saying. Raise to 4 is about 2.3% of the time, but we're going to do a big ISO here some, okay? So Queen 9 is a bit, thank you for the follow. Queen 9 is a bit over aggressive, but let's say that we do have Queen 10 here, for example. This is a better example of what we should be doing. So the big ISO is fine pre-flop. Queen 9 is being too aggressive at this specific stack depth, but let's just assume that we have Queen 10. It's still going to be played exactly the same way, right? So even if we're using a higher frequency large ISO, we're still going to be doing the same thing. Now, what's funny is if I change this flop to, let's say it was Ace King something rainbow, Ace King Deuce like that, and then we're looking at the big blind reaction, suddenly our frequencies are going to change a lot, right? So we're suddenly betting 2 big blinds way more often. You see how this is working? Queen 10 off, Queen Jack off. The all-in is happening almost never on a board where we have such a massive range advantage. So this is the mistake, and this is why we do the review. So I'm finding the correct c-bet size on what I perceive to be a dry texture, but on review, it's actually a board that wants a lot more push. We want to really, really, really put the 5s and the 6s in a bad spot, and we also probably want to play all of our suited connectors in the same fashion. And remember that equilibrium strategy assumes that both players know each other's strategy, right? That's how it comes to that conclusion. That's how it solves. And whereby you're playing against a reg who knows what your range is going to look like there, the balancing part of our large ISO there is going to be straight draws, one pair type hands that want protection. So it's going to be like middle pair where we have a suited connector. It's going to be the up and down straight draw where we have a suited connector, right? If we go back to the original spot that we were looking at. So if we have 5-6 suited, we probably just it is kind of is what it is. Let's actually see what 5-6 suited does specifically. Yeah, it's going to want to do the smaller betting here because it's too much of the board. That makes perfect sense. But if we have the 8-7 suiteds and all this other stuff like that and the 8-9 suiteds, like we just want to be playing this so much more aggressively, right? We want to maximize folds. In addition to that, don't forget that when we balance these large raises, we're also balancing it with hands like this. And hands like this end up having like almost no showdown whatsoever, right? So depending on the suits here, we're going to be playing these as an all-in as a bluff as well, which is very potent on A6-5. Thank you very much for the follow. So this is a huge learning point, right? We don't want to breeze over this because this is the kind of spot where we are going to be winning a lot more chips. It's not just a little bit of a difference. The difference between, like, if we were to take a look at, can we do like, we can compare EV, right? So if we pull this over here, if we're looking at a hand like Queen 10, right? Let's take a look at the all-in versus the bet 2. So it looks like it's actually not that different in terms of its actual EV. Let's take a look at the 8-7 now as well. Okay, that's a much bigger difference, right? That's a much bigger difference. 8-9. Okay, so you can see the difference is big enough, and that's why it's adjusting for 8-7 suited, 6-5 suited. That's a pretty big difference there as well. 10 tray off. Okay, so actually, all things considered, I think that the 2 is going to be okay. I still think I prefer the push, though, especially with that particular combination because we don't have a way to improve. And it does simplify the equation quite a lot. But yeah, instincts are good here. Overall, in play, instincts no good. With analysis, I can see at the shallow stack depths, we do have a lot of all-inning. But we want to make sure we're doing it in a balanced way because if we're always checking like Ace-King on this board and we're never pushing Ace-King, then obviously like we're putting ourselves in some pretty ugly spots. Let's go back to strategy really quick. Hands like Ace-King want to go for the 2. So the sizing again is accurate. That's good stuff. King-Queen off really, really loves the push here. Spades. Having spades is very useful here because we're not going to get called as often by the King-High flush draw. Queen of spades, Queen of spades, Queen of spades. Yeah, basically having a spade and going for the push is just very good here. If we get called by a 6, we still have 2 overcards as well. Anyway,
Happy days. Good job. Good study, and actually a really, really interesting one there. We need to keep an eye out for the board textures where we want to push. That's important, and we need to think about our whole range. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. Let me catch up on the chat quick, and we're going to wrap. BC, let's address the elephant in the room. When is the next Chapo Poker Show? It's tonight. It's tonight, guys. So this isn't the end of today's programming. If that's the right word. We are coming back tonight at 6 p.m. for Chapo Poker Show. Go and register now. Registration is open. It's going to be a 500-player cap. There is lots and lots and lots of extra prizes tonight. It's not a normal show. It is the Christmas extravaganza. If you go to the tournament and you reg or you check it out, it will tell you. It will show you what is added to the prize pool. But I can tell you there is going to be extra prizes throughout the show. And do not close the show if you bust. Come to the Chapo Poker Show. Hang out with us. Stick around. Keep watching. And we will reward you for it if you're lucky. Not flush. They seem to be working. That's very strange. Maybe contact support. We're going to wrap it there, guys. I love you all very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. I will see you guys at 6 p.m. UK tonight for the Chapo Poker Show. I'm going to put it in the chat one more time just so it's obvious what I'm talking about. Tournament ID is there. Go and get regged immediately.